podcast episode Ocho.
Yeah.
The Ocho. I got a Jean-Jacques shirt on, so I'm going to try to not be a total douchebag today.
Oh, yeah, that'll hold you down.
Yeah, I know.
Timer set. Whoa!
This is the Now We Go podcast, episode, volume, Ocho. If you're listening to this right now, you're part of the resistance. Welcome. That sounds like Jocko, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
This is Big Uncle Zach Maslany over here on the Wheels of Steel, joined by none other than the infamous John Michael Holland.
Hey.
And over here, Never Again Studios, podcast, designer, monster, in the game, Mike Fauerbach.
Hey, guys. Hello.
What's up, motherfuckers? It's episode 8. We're happy to be here. It's Monday. It's a beautiful day. People are saying, fuck social distancing.
Yeah.
And they're making moves, and that's what kind of day it is right now. It's a make a move Monday, son.
Ooh,
You
I
know?
like that. I like that. Make a move fucking Monday.
I stole that from, actually, I'm not sure if I did, but I probably stole that from Joey Diaz because that's the type of shit he comes with. He's like, dog, if you're not getting your dick sucked and your balls rubbed by 8 a.m. on a fucking Monday and you're 8 bong hits deep, you ain't doing it right. You know, and he's kind of right, you know? So, I've been getting up early, man. Honestly, I slept with the windows open yesterday. Most people in my complex got their fucking AC on already.
Yeah.
They're insane. I mean, I understand at night it is cool to be cold, but man, it's so nice with the air just coming in. My wife always has to have a fan running, so you got that.
I love the fan. Yep, can't sleep without it.
Yeah. So I like when I go to an Airbnb and then I go in the closet and there's a fan there. I'm like, yes.
I travel home with it in the trunk of my car.
Dude, really?
With an
Nice.
extension cord. I can't sleep without one. It drives me nuts. Or if I'm in a pinch, you can download a fan app and it's just the noise running.
Yeah, it's weird. I like the noise. Like when
That's weird.
yeah.
I happened to me as a kid. I started using a fan and then I can't stop. And then my brothers got hooked on it and now
I've had several.
I love it.
I've
It
had
just
several
drowns the
hang-ups
noise
with
out.
sleeping. You know, just over the years where I'm like, oh, I like it this or whatever. But the fan, it's like a weird noise. Like I don't know. I was trying to think of I lost my train of thought, but I was trying to think of the word it is for that. Like it's like a
Hypnotic.
Yeah, it's like a background. Because I remember when we first opened up 10th Planet Finishers MMA in our own location, right next to Jimmy John's.
Shop.
And
Double J's.
yeah,
God bless.
And over there in that little hole of a place, shout out to Salvaggio, you scumbag. I hope you're doing okay.
No, you get it. Whoa.
What?
Come on, man.
He
You
ripped
can't be
us off.
saying incendiary shit like that, dude.
What kind of podcast do you think this is?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was America, but
Dude, that's all right. Do what you want.
rights,
Do what you want. I don't know. I'm scared.
I have a beef versus Salvaggio. So our loyals, it's
kept our-
it's not a physical thing.
Is he a
all right?
landlord?
Yeah, he's a landlord.
Yeah.
He's a
owns
actually
all of
he's a slum
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
slumlord all
Oh,
over
man.
Pennsylvania. But our
He has
lawyers.
the complex back over here on 191, I believe.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of stuff, and he keeps. We were there for about 3 or 4 years, and we paid about 9 different companies rent. So I know what he's up to over there. You know, so I learned, honestly,
Cool.
I got to give him a shout out because I learned a whole bunch from the Salvaggio family. And, you know, we agreed to it's not a physical beef. We're going to keep it on wax. And, you know, our lawyers are going to battle it out in court. So I'm coming for that $1,500 deposit that we put down, that even though we cleaned up the place. You know, we fixed the holes. His dad worked hard on that shit. We cleaned that place, and they didn't give us our money back. So, but anyways, that whole point was when I used to sleep in the back of that place illegally, the sound of there was like a buzzing sound from the exit sign. Like when I would sleep in the back and you'd have the door cracked open, you know, just you couldn't see him like laying on a concrete floor, and you just and it was just like, I don't know, it was like nice to sleep there. It was weird. It was real dark. So
Yeah. I know people that sleep like angels, and it annoys me. I need like a podcast or
Yeah.
Some people are like they want total silence. Like Gabe's like that. Like if you're on the road with Gabe and you guys sleep, he's like, turn that shit off. And I'm like, I'm trying to listen to a podcast on like
Never.
this much.
I'll call down
volume.
front and ask if they have a fucking fan. I'll put the goddamn AC at fucking 30 degrees.
I need noise. I like noise.
I love it cold, and I'd rather cover up than be fucking hot.
yeah, even at night sometimes I'll like lay down in bed with headphones on, listening to a book or something.
Yeah.
And I'll wait until I'm tired, and then but then
Right.
I always forget to charge my phone. So
You gotta let your toesies breathe too.
Yeah.
Don't sleep with socks on.
nah, that's gross, dude.
It's the worst.
Come on.
Toesies.
Tootsie Party.
Yeah.
My neighbor, when I used to go over there as a kid, like it was just across the fucking yard. But sometimes we'd be like, oh, we're having a sleepover. And his parents had ticking clocks, and I remember like trying to fall asleep, and it would just go tick, tick, tick. And every time I'd call him, I'd wake her up, call my mom, I want to go home.
Get me out of here, dude.
It's weird though. I don't like to sleep with any stuff on.
Do you guys snore?
You know.
Oh,
I think I do. Yeah.
I have sleep apnea
Sometimes,
on top of fucking a deviated septum on top of snoring when I drink. I mean, I don't ever hear it, but every girl I dated was like,
Yikes.
shut the fuck up.
Yo, my older brother too, Mike.
Punched in the head.
Yikes.
Yo, my bro Mike too. Remember when he would sleep at the school? He snored like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
If he was laying on his back, he'd be snoring like crazy. I'd have to we'd have to like move him over. Yeah.
If I sleep on my back, that's when it happens.
Yeah, I don't like sleeping with anything on. But I knew this chick back in high school that when she would go to bed at night, she would wear like rings, bracelets, necklace, earrings. I'd be like, yo, you gotta take that. You can't sleep with all that stuff. Because like at night, even back in the day when I thought I was Eminem and I had earrings in, I didn't like sleeping with them. I feel like they get caught in the pillow and stuff.
Yeah.
Or like a bracelet, I wake up at night, it's like, get off me.
Or it's gone. You wake up and it's lost in the sheets.
Yeah, it's toast. Oh, yo, before I forget, did you guys see Stallone put out that they're making a Demolition Man 2?
Let's do
Told
it.
you. Told you.
Unreal.
Because somebody's like, we're living in the sequel right now. You know, and that's right, we are. We're eating rat burgers down in underground with Dennis Leary, basically.
Yeah.
I would like to rewatch Demolition Man.
I'm telling you, dude, go back. It literally is. I was telling people over the weekend again. I've been bringing this up since podcast number 2. You know, someone's like, oh, maybe they'll finally tell us what the 3 seashells are for. You know that one?
Yeah.
But they're like, in the 19th century, they used to use globs of toilet paper to, you know. I'm like, dude, it's these times. So speaking of that, I went to Lowe's yesterday because we were bored and it was really nice out. There's negative social distancing going on at Lowe's. It's packed. There must have been 300 people inside the store. And what cracks me up is
Lowe's?
like 8th Avenue. So
In Bethlehem.
yeah. Even my wife said, she's like, let's go to Lowe's. I'm like, all right, cool, let's go to Lowe's. She's like, which one? I go, which one should we go to? She goes, go to 8th Avenue. It seems way more loose over there. So we go over there, and she was right, dude. She was dead on because she went there before. I mean, people still have masks on, but dude, it was just a free for all. There were people
crazy.
inside. Dude
point?
from the place walked up to me this close, like, can I help you with something? But it sounded more like, I'm trying to talk to people. I'm like, dude, just take it off. I can't hear what you're saying, but.
But everyone does take it off.
Oh, there were old people inside Lowe's with just a handkerchief hanging down, their whole faces out, and they're just having a good
It's
time.
just going to be masks laying all over the ground like spent rubbers.
There was a rubber gloves where I parked this morning, right across the street. There were rubber gloves on the ground.
That's all it's going to be. More pollution, more bullshit.
How about everyone thought Elon Musk he's a genius. Now he said the lockdown stick, this guy's a dumbass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He just waited not to say anything this whole time, and he's like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, they finally, I think what it was is they asked him, like they didn't play the part where they asked him, but like, what do you think of they were trying to get out of him what he thinks, you know, because usually just, I guess those calls they do once a week and they talk about like their stocks and bonds and, you know, so on and so forth. So
liquid.
Yeah. But looks like Florida's open.
Hell yeah.
Jacksonville.
It's fight week. We'll
Jacksonville.
See.
This Saturday, baby.
We'll see if it happens.
Did you guys watch the countdown?
Hell yeah.
No, not yet.
The countdowns are sick.
I'll get into that and The Last Dance tonight. I got a couple savies.
I got to catch up on that too.
Yeah, I watched. Did I watch that one? I watched the end of it because it was still like on. But yeah, Last Dance is sick, dude. The people forget about Michael Jordan, man.
Yeah.
He couldn't go anywhere, dude.
No.
Nowhere. That shit was insane.
Yeah, he's really famous.
He took it, but what I really noticed about him is just how he dealt with it, man. He really dealt with it a lot differently than most people do, man. You know, like some guys not nearly as famous are crashing cars and shooting guns. He was just like, okay, I'm just gonna gamble a lot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That was like his main thing, but he had to scratch to do it.
Yeah,
and he was just really competitive
on the plane.
Yeah,
they were playing poker and stuff.
Super.
Plus, in the beginning, when he said that he like went and he went and saw everybody doing drugs and drinking, and he's like, I'm not doing that stuff. It seems like maybe because he wasn't getting fucked up, he could keep a cooler head with the celebrity shit and not really that fucking weird.
I think he's so
bizarre.
I like Dennis Rodman, who was just out partying and crushing it every day.
When he's just like, hey,
so what?
He's like, hey, I need to leave for 48 hours. And
yeah.
Michael Jordan's like, what?
10 days
He's
later.
like, if anybody needs a vacation, then they do the count.
Him and
48 days.
Him and Phil Jackson talked it over, and they were like, let's leave him go. Let him go. Dennis needs off. Let's let him have it.
I picked up Phil Jackson's book.
Carmen Electra.
I didn't realize he's never appealed to me, but then they were like, this guy's doing acid and grew up on a fucking Indian reservation. I'm like, I'll buy your book.
No, a
friend of mine said it's really fucking good.
Which one is it? I don't think I've ever read any of his books.
He's got a bunch of them. The one's like a spiritual something.
He used to read my brother used to tell, my stepbrother Tony is a huge Michael Jordan fan back in the day. And he used to just, his whole room, he literally paper mache'd his walls with Michael Jordan cut out shit from magazines, because we used to just steal magazines from the library all the time.
Yeah. That's so funny. And then just they'd end up getting wrecked, and
then he would just cut them. Yeah, he would just cut them up, and they're like, "You owe us $400 worth of magazines." I'm like, "I never took those."
Nah, we're good.
All right. What are they gonna do with a bunch of old mags, anyways? Come on.
It's Sacred Hoops: Spiritual Lessons of a Hardwood Warrior.
Nice. Well, just look at him back in the 70s. He also won I think he won 1 or 2 championships when he played for the Knicks, right? Yeah, so he was a good basketball player, but just look at him, dude. You tell me he looked like Big Bird with a huge fro, and they're like, yeah, this is my guy right here. Well, he is a guy that's a player's coach. He's very, he's strict with rules and different things, but he was instead of just coming in and dictating things on people, he was more into the ideas behind stuff. And yeah, I forget whether it was him or whoever, but that triangle, remember the triangle offense?
Yeah.
That shit was the shit.
And then when they kept fucking up Jordan, and then they showed the following season when he lifted and shit and came back, and then they fucking walked off the court, and he's still pissed about it.
I got a lifting video on YouTube.
They played they played the clip of I think it was Isaiah Thomas was like, no, it was this and that, and before they watched it, Jordan's like, I can tell you why he did it. He's a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
He won't let it go.
Yeah, Jordan hates Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Isaiah Thomas is a bitch, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck the Pistons and the Knicks, dude. I hate both of them. I mean, not that I'm from Chicago or anything, but
Chi-Town, baby.
Yeah, the Knicks. Even Big L hated the Knicks. Remember that?
I was never a big Knicks.
Yeah,
Knicks.
He's from New York, but never was a fan of the Knicks.
I like the black, the white, the red.
How could you not like Michael Jordan? And anyone who thinks LeBron's better than Michael, I'll fight you right now. Show up at my house. Send location. It's not true, dude. Michael Jordan would. I mean, LeBron, it would be one-on-one. I mean, it would be good. LeBron's huge, but nah, negative.
I just don't like LeBron James.
I think he's cool.
You don't like him?
I like him.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think it's he wanted to what he was with Taco Tuesday. He's like, oh, I'm gonna buy Taco Tuesday. Shut up.
I like him, but I don't think
he let somebody fuck his mom. They didn't do anything.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that is there's some crazy shit. Yeah. Who was it? Delonte West, right?
He would have at least punched the dude in the face. Yeah. It seemed like he was just like, all right, man, I gotta focus on basketball. Dude, he fucked your mom.
Yeah, and Delonte. Your mom. Have you seen what he looks like? No. Delonte West. Oh my god, dude, he's really fucked up on drugs. Yeah, he's bad. He's like.
So he could have took him.
Yeah. Oh, he could have. Oh, dude, he's a small little guy. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Grandma's Boy when he's like, "You came on my mom, dude." No, my roommates or whatever. We were watching that. We watched me and Kat watch that on 420.
That's a great movie.
Grandma's Boy.
I love Grandma's Boy.
From you, Dante.
When I first saw that, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so funny!" All the video game stuff, and the guy's hiding on the wall.
For the long,
I can see you.
It was weird. For the longest time, I didn't even know about that. I didn't even know about that. I knew about Half Baked and all that stuff, and it was like Half Baked was like that too. It came out in the movies, and everyone was like garbage. And then years later, it got really.
It was Happy Madison, but what's his face wasn't in it. They just, I guess, directed it and shit.
Who's Sandler?
Yeah.
Still funny as hell.
There's a lot of good movies that you go back, you start finding out you like a certain actor or something or whatever, and you go back in their career and they have these awesome movies that no one.
I also watched. You know what else I watched? Came on Netflix's Den of Thieves.
Oh, I watched that last night.
Yeah, we saw that at the movies.
We went to go see it in the movies.
Bad.
That was funny as hell, dude. We went to go see that in. I think we were teaching a seminar in Chicago.
Yeah.
And we were just bored, so we're just like, all right, we're going to see.
50 was good in it.
50 Cent. Yeah.
50
the
was
macho
good,
was so turned up in that movie.
Yeah, but. Even
crazy.
My wife looked at what's the main guy's name? The dude who's a complete dick to everybody. The main cop.
Oh yeah.
The Gerard Butler.
Yes.
Yeah, she likes him obviously because every chick likes Gerard Butler. And when he comes in, she's like, "Oh, what happened to him?"
Yeah.
I was like, "He's supposed to look like that. He's like drinking every night, messing with hookers, and then coming home,
There's a part where he puts Ice Cube's kid in the rig.
Yeah.
Squeeze it, and it's like mad dramatic. It's like
He's like, and then on the way home, on the bus, he was like, he was coughing.
Yeah.
I was like, he was in a chokehold.
Like, it was going all right, and then when it ended, and I was like, wait, this guy's like was British and was pretending to like to be American, and like this is all this big setup. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
And it was so stupid. I just like where I like how macho Gerard Butler is, and how like he's like, you just threw a donut in the hot zone. He's like, did I?
Don't care. Yeah, the back and forth between him and the FBI agent.
Yeah,
was
that
just
guy.
so dumb. He's like, yeah, nice hair, dork.
He's like, you look. Didn't he say something? He's like, look, what? He's like, you're vegan or a vegetarian or whatever,
I'm
right?
vegan.
Yeah. He's like, have a burger or something.
I was like, yep, this was made in 2018.
Can I go, Dad? They said that to him.
Oh yeah. And then remember, he showed up at the his wife was like having or soon to be ex-wife was like having dinner with some other guy, and he showed up and signed the divorce papers on the guy's back.
Yeah.
She's like, you always have to make it into a spectacle. He's like, what? He's like, go ahead, call the cops.
Yeah.
He's like,
the guy kept touching me. He's like, don't fucking touch me.
that
was
show's
fun. I
hilarious.
watched it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I even watched. Probably nothing. Watching a lot of Gilmore Girls.
What's the new one? Extraction. That was another big action movie.
Oh yeah,
with
I watched
the guy from Thor.
Sometimes I'm just doing stuff, and I put instead of having music on in the background while I'm like doing chores or cleaning up or working on a computer, I'll just put something on the TV. I put that on. I did see him hit a nice like a gator roll. He had the guy in a front headlock.
There was a shitload of violence.
Tried to put him in a darce or.
It was like bullshit in between violence, but the violence was really good. Like I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, movies are getting better with the martial arts.
Yeah.
Movies are getting better. The Inception has an arm triangle in it. Every time I see jiu-jitsu in a movie, I'm like, oh shit.
How about that 2020 I was posting up where the dude was hitting the arm triangle on the guy?
Who?
I had it on my Instagram story. It was on 2020. And it was like basically it was basically an old self-defense move from back in the day where the person has you in a one-arm choke and they're about to blast you with a punch. And you're like, you move back and like go right above their elbow and tiger claw the arm out of the way. And then you lock up the arm triangle, and then he slammed. I guess what happened was he put the guy in the arm triangle, slammed him down, and then choked the guy like to sleep. And then they beat him up or killed him or whatever. I forget what happened. I'm like, damn, our triangle, dude. Could have stopped at the arm triangle, but yeah, chokes are. I feel like I don't understand why in I was watching that thing with Tony Ferguson. Like I don't understand why people don't see that and they don't want to get more into choking people because limbs. People just let their shit break. Let their knees. Look at that Vinny Magalhaes. Did you see that? I don't know if you watched that Submission Underground thing where Vinny Magalhaes went against Craig Jones. And it's like that whole leg locks don't work. And then he put him in a leg lock and just bent his leg sideways and like spiral fractured his knee. And he just didn't tap. But to me, like he didn't tap. So obviously Craig Jones won that. And Vinny Magalhaes going to be out for a while, even though he's like, oh, I'm going to be out for a couple of months. Dude, your foot was twisted sideways. I don't think it's going to happen. But some people, it's weird because some people just won't tap. Even when Thor at Combat Jiu-Jitsu had Yuri Samoas in full heels, blew his knees out. And he didn't tap and won 20 grand. Yeah. I don't know if it was worth it or 10 grand. And then when they went to ADCC, a dude like tried to jump on him kind of, and his knee just fell apart. So, if you don't tap to like things like that, eventually you're going to get fucked up. But the thing is, if you want to win the match, because both of those guys, Yuri won that match, even though Thor sawed him off. If you want to win the match, I think choking, especially in MMA.
Yeah, Thor did saw him off.
Yeah.
Still, yeah.
Choking is going to be the king. You know what I mean? Choking is the way you really defeat somebody because they don't have a choice. They just pass out. Yeah. It's not like, okay, I'm not tapping. Okay, good luck. You're just gonna wake up.
It's always crazy to watch when they don't tap. And I mean, it happened at the One Finishers.
Yeah.
When you ran over and I was like, what the fuck? It was that dude in the
Rob Best is
American shorts.
Yeah.
Rob Best,
yeah. Both those guys. That was a great fight.
That one I think might have been my favorite finisher.
Rob Best is an anomaly. It's like a jiu-jitsu guy's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
He won't tap to anything.
No. One of our brown belts, Tom, went 45 minutes with him and had him in submission after submission. I think he might have eventually tapped Tom with like a straight ankle lock when he was exhausted.
Guy's a beast, dude.
You know
That
what I
guy,
mean?
if he grabs something on you and you're not,
He was fun to watch.
I rolled with him before.
Super aggressive.
Like I took it, he was going real easy, because he didn't want to like test everybody at the school because Thor was there that night.
Heckman was there too.
Yeah. So he wasn't going hard. Like he was like, okay, these guys, these guys are pretty tough over here. Do you want to get, I'm sure you didn't want to test, but dude, Rob Beast, he should be the Beast. But he put up a status, like he was always trying to get in. I think he's fighting MMA now again, but he put up a status that said, I'm coming to the finishers tournament. And this is like guys who are watching or listening to this or watching this that don't know, our finishers tournament is one of the most high level tournaments in the world, and this dude just was like, I'm coming there and I'm not tapping, and he didn't. He was put in chokes, arm submissions, everything. He did not tap.
That was the first time I've ever seen anything like that live.
That was the first time you seen anyone go out?
Like that live, yeah.
It's funny, dude. People do get, like, when people are in the crowd and they've never seen that, or like someone brings a girl, like, yo, let's go watch the finishers tournament. And because of the way our tournament is, you're right there on the mat. It's not like you're deep and you're like, a guy just got knocked out. Who gives a shit?
And that was when it was at that place in Jersey, and it was smaller.
Yeah. That was really
so it was even tighter, and it was such crazy emotions where, like, because they were going back and forth, and then he caught him, and then he didn't go out, and then then he was out, and then the whole place just erupted. But then people are running to make sure he's okay, and then it was just like, it was one of the coolest feelings ever. I was like, this is fucking crazy.
You get a feeling, even when you're not in it, you get like that feeling in your chest where you're like, whoa, something crazy just happened.
The whole place just erupted, and it was just rah, and then he got up, and everyone's clapping
the
for
first
him.
The first match in finishers won.
The first match in which one?
Finishers won.
Oh, the first ever match ever.
That's what you're talking about, right?
No, he's talking about Rob Best when he got choked out. Yeah,
because you were reffing, and then went over, and we're like, oh shit! Like,
I send like ESPN to people mentally while I'm watching them fight. I'm like, yo, fucking, you know what I mean, like, or whatever.
Yeah, well, when he got like we'll probably have to. I'll share up the video again because it's a classic. But in the EBI overtimes,
what do you think about
back or armbar.
What do you think about the 5-minute thing now?
What?
It's not 10 minutes anymore. It's 5.
What's 10 minutes?
Regulation.
Oh, regulation's 5.
Like a lot of I know Suge's doing that. I mean, it don't matter. We're gonna do our own thing.
I think what we did the last time we did a tournament, which was Finishers 10 with Alan Sanchez.
The teams.
The teams for sure. We're always going to do teams now because that's dope. And look how the team tournament ended up.
That was fun to watch too. That was
it was classic. That's the way these things end if you do it right. And not gonna. I mean, I am going to toot my own horn right now. I'm the matchmaker, and I know I put these. I think about it. Like I watch these other matches, and even some of the big name guys when they put the matches together. I'm like, it's such a stupid fucking matchup. Like, the one guy's going to kill that other guy.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Like, you got 16 dudes, and then there's always, like, late replacements. So you have to think, like, okay, this is for money, and it is to see who the best is in jiu-jitsu, but that's not why we started it. We just wanted to give people an opportunity to show their skills. That's what it was all about in the beginning, And
science.
When these guys go out there and do it, even if you lose and you just get a couple cool pictures and you look good, you're like, oh, shit, now you start building on that, I was talking about it when it was Sid. Like it's just like anything. You start at the lower ranks, you do a couple nagas, you start murdering people at that, then you get a super fight. Unless you train at our school and I can jump you ahead because we're the owners of the tournament, or if I like you, you know what I mean. If you're putting on at other tournaments, we're gonna put you in, give you an opportunity, and then Will.
Sid is gonna be in finisher soon, huh?
Yeah, he'll get a super fight the next time we have it for sure. And then he'll be able to start, get his purple belt eventually and be able to start jumping into the actual bracket, But yeah, that Rob Best versus Andrew Kochel match. Now, Andrew is not a leg locker. He will go for leg locks because he's crazy. Andrew's a black belt. He's a kid. I faced him when he was like 16 in a tournament once. And he's been training forever, and he don't get tired. And then Rob Best is another guy who's not a submission specialist, but he's crazy, and he will choke you out if you get your back, or he'll just rip your neck, and good luck tapping him, because guys who are really good can't tap him. And but that being said, he's not really, one thing, he could get hurt real bad if he's put in a submission like a leg lock that he doesn't understand. He gets his ACL torn. So I'm thinking, now there's Nick Ronan and in the tournament. Nick Ronan's like predominantly a leg lock guy. He's got good back attacks, but he's a Danaher guy. His
passing's good. Yeah,
his passing's good.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, okay, Nick Ronan's big too, and he's bigger than Rob Best.
He's gonna go for legs on Rob.
Yeah, he would easily go for a leg lock on Rob Best and probably saw him off within maybe 2-3 minutes. Maybe Rob Best gets hurt and we get to see a guy's leg break. But I'm like, why would I do that? Why not put Nick Ronan with another leg lock guy, that they can go back and forth with the leg locks for a while, and then at the end we'll have him face a guy like that, if that's who gets there. But why not put him with Andrew, who's just going to go for every type of submission? It's going to be high level. He's going to be jumping on his neck. They're going to be throwing each other around. It was one of the best matches that we've ever had.
Yeah.
Andrew had him in a triangle, had his arm bent. He got out of it. Like, it was crazy. But if I would have put him with Nick Ronan, it wouldn't have been an exciting match. It's like that was a waste. It's like it's basically like the WWF. Like, okay, you just wasted. It'd be like having The Undertaker come out and get pinned in the first thing by some guy. You'd be like, why did you do that? You could have waited till,
Man, that was for free, huh? Don't give that away, dude.
Well, it doesn't matter because people are still not going to listen to what I say. They're just going to go, what would be a good match? Because
so true.
They're like, what, like guys will, like, I'll get a lot of messages like when we have a tournament, like people are afraid now to like test me most of the time publicly on Facebook, so they won't say it directly to me. They don't like the way I'm doing something, as if they think this is for some reason I need to take their advice on it, and they'll hit me up. And they might run a tournament too. I don't know. Some of the guys do. And they'll hit me up and tell me what they don't like about what I'm doing. And I'm just like, dude, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Okay? This has nothing to do with you. Do your own thing and see how many people come to it.
Yeah. I try and not be too much of a dick when people be like, hey, you know what you should do for a t-shirt, or you know what you should do with your podcast, or and then I want to stop and say is like, hey man, why don't you go buy a bunch of equipment, give up your apartment, go get your own fucking studio, and figure this shit out all by yourself. And people, then, it's like, fuck off.
It's
man.
like people who don't fight try to tell me like strategy and shit about how to fight. It's like, I'm like, can't do that, man.
Why don't you buy yourself a vest?
It really bothers me.
And go for a hike.
But some shit,
I don't know. It's not like I don't mind.
I'm always willing to listen
someone
to
telling me, hey, what would be a cool t-shirt? But it's like, I don't like. I just want to be like, look, man,
cool.
like. Yeah,
thanks.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Not
but
doing
you're gonna send me something. I'm like, just
Yeah.
I don't. It doesn't. I have a way that I'm doing it. It's worked out so far. Let me just keep doing it. A lot of guys did not like that we didn't do heel hooks for the which is one submission. Heel hook just one. We took out one submission, very popular submission. Some guys, it's the only way you can win. So when we take that submission out, guys are like, there's no heel hooks. You do every other tournament that has heel hooks. This one doesn't. You don't like it? Don't be in it. Guess what? A lot of people showed up to that one, didn't they? So maybe you should keep your opinion to yourself sometimes. I see a lot of shit that I don't like about things, but I don't fucking voice it or hit them up and be like, you know what you should change? I'm a guy who does nothing and knows nothing. Here's what you should change. No. How about that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's crazy when people just say shit like that. Like, I don't fucking tell you what to do at your 9 to 5.
Whatever, dude. People are bored.
Yeah, but that being said, my boy Bill lives in California. He's a teacher, and and this is a guy who wants me to succeed. He's been one of my biggest fans. Shout out to my boy Bill forever. And he gives me a lot of sound advice because his wife is very successful in business. She owns a permanent makeup thing, and where they like in LA. And I seen her. She started from the bottom, rose all the way up to the top. I met her when he met her, basically around the same time. And she was poor, not poor, but she was like just broke like everybody else. Now they fucking, she's got multiple businesses and she's doing videos. And I learned a lot from them. And he's always sending me stuff. Yo, you know what you should do? You should do this. And then I take his advice all the time because I'm like, shit, this guy knows what's up. No,
I'll take advice from people that are running businesses or looking angles, or somebody's like, hey, I don't mind that constructive criticism or like doing stuff like that. But it's like, if you're too lazy to fucking, finish a project, don't fucking tell me what the fuck to do with the thing I've been doing for 10 years.
Yeah. And then if you're going to copy my whole exact style and tell me to do it differently, then I'm not going to listen to that either.
Yeah. Good luck with fucking that. Keep interviewing the Chamber of Commerce on your podcast. Fucking show sucks.
But then there will be people though, like Finishers 10. I did a.
I love this show so much.
It was so hard to tell people no.
Motherfucker. Get me on camera doing this. Motherfucker.
It is hard to tell people no sometimes. So we had 1 million people come to the Finishers 10 to want to compete in a a pro match at night. So I had way too many matches. It took way too long. So some people are like, fuck it, who cares? This is awesome. But then a couple people are like, hey, man, it took forever. This was a long one. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, shit, they're right. You're right. This is way too long, dude. It was like, we were there till like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that sounds like a lot.
But you know what? Though we had to
till like 12:30.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we had to do that to
no, it was
to
awesome.
make enough money to make sure the whole thing went. But yeah, I mean, it was too long.
That's how you figure shit out. Like that's all right. Well, we did one too long.
Hey, a lot of people got fights
right,
that you wouldn't get fights.
Yeah,
and I'm probably all the competitors are super psyched.
Plus, I mean,
I started going through some of Deanna's pictures, dude.
Yeah,
and posting them.
I've been to almost every one now, and it's like no one leaves early. And if they do, they just there's always a crowd at the end.
That Grace Marcella team was ridiculous.
Yeah,
all my friends passed out when I was like, they were waiting to fight, and they showed up like drunk at like 9:30. And then by the time I fought, they were all like, I saw like I saw my one girlfriend just snoozing. I'm like, oh shit.
Well, there was that. Was that the only one that alcohol was sold?
Yeah,
the hotel.
Yeah. They showed up fucked up. I was like, damn, y'all are sauced.
We can't ever go back to that hotel. They said no.
Yeah, they were not happy.
So. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure they're doing well in this time. They're definitely under. Fuck that place.
Oh no,
that place has been changing owners for years and years and years.
Yeah.
My prom was there.
Yeah, I mean, dude, didn't you fight there?
Yeah,
we did.
I fought there a bunch.
We did jiu-jitsu matches there and stuff too. That's the one where the guy kept slamming.
That's where I first met Ricky Nuno. I saw Ricky Nuno knock a guy out there once.
Oh, nice. That's where they threw me. They had that other small tournament and they threw us out. Oh, that was the first ever submission only.
Yep. I twisted a guy there. A lot of martial arts history down
10,
at the
15
Lodge.
years ago. I don't know. The Econo Lodge. Yeah, they had a lot of stuff going on there. But we'll find another place. I'm interested in doing.
They'll have us back.
I'm especially when they go out of business and a new guy takes it over.
It'll be fine.
I'll just come in and be like, bro, listen, I know guys were smoking joints outside. I know we trashed the place. But can we come back?
Just charge me an extra $500.
Going on there?
Like really, expect that, dude.
Yeah,
expect that.
I should have just given him an extra 500 and be like, hey, listen, man, here's another G. We're going to trash the place.
Right. Yeah.
David, when's the last time they updated that place?
Dude, when's the last time they had an event going from 8 o'clock in the morning till 1 a.m.?
And they make all that money selling alcohol too.
Yeah.
They made all that money at the fucking bar.
Come on, guys.
Even our friends, even our some of our kids' parents got drunk. It was awesome, man. We had a great time.
No,
I had the coronavirus during that time.
Was fun.
Yeah, I just came off the corona at that time. I was just coming off corona.
I was sick, dude. I was doing everything. I was on the mic. I laid the mats down. I was dispersing the money. I drove the truck. That's what you got to do. You got to fucking hustle, dude. But nah, I'm going to tell him how to do it. But anyways, dude, UFC Saturday is going to be sick. I'm so pumped for that.
I'm pumped.
Obviously,
couple
fights
people
are
coming
back.
down. A couple people coming down. I'm excited.
Dude, are you going to take temperatures at the door? And,
Absolutely not. I've been having people down here the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
I wipe things down before you guys come down here. Other than that, I don't know what
they weren't wiping stuff. Dude, I saw there was a Whole Foods. Then we'll go to the fights. There was a Whole Foods in Philadelphia that after you used the cart, a guy in a hazmat suit would connect the cart to a thing. They would lift the cart up, move it over, drop it in water with sanitation, pull it out, drop it again, pull it out, and then put it down, and then 2 other guys would put it back. I'm like, whoa, dude, you don't need to.
Those might be jobs, dude, right there.
That is, dude.
Sounds like robots.
You know what I mean? What do you do?
Becoming essential worker.
Cleaning the shopping carts.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to clean.
I saw a
cart.
kid at Wegmans who was just had to stand out front, I guess, just to pay attention to what was going on. He looked like he wanted to put a gun in his mouth. It was just some 17-year-old kid like.
I mean, imagine working at Chipotle, dude.
But yeah, if I was a kid, because I had a lot of crappy jobs, I would take the job standing outside Wegmans and just clicking to see how many people can come in.
Yeah.
I would just have those. Now with AirPods, I would have a mask on myself because you got to wear a mask. Then I would have a hat on, just have the AirPods in, just be listening to a podcast. I'd be like.
I always had jobs.
If you would rewind back to when I was just kind of taking factory jobs and shit, I definitely would have picked up a job over at Amazon. They were paying like an extra $5 an hour, fucking a fuck ton of overtime.
Yeah, I think we have one student that was working there, and they came out they came out and they're like, okay, everybody, they shut down production. They're like, listen, 2 people here had the coronavirus and they've been here for weeks. They're sent home yesterday. So if any of you guys need to leave because you're scared, you can. And 90% of people left, and he was just standing there, and he was like, I'll work. And they're like, all right, here's some extra money. And then he's like, yeah, I think he might be even becoming like a lead manager now.
That's how you
moving up.
I've worked in a shitload of factories. That's how you make moves in factories, is when everyone else is like, fuck this shit, and then they all leave, and then you're, hey man, I'll work tomorrow night. That's
Yeah.
how you fucking move up.
That's kind of the crazy construction jobs I have too. Everybody
Yeah.
be standing there and be like, "It's way too dangerous." And one guy would be like, "Fuck it, I'll do
I'll
it."
do it.
I'm like, go right ahead.
You don't got to call OSHA.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one can really say shit after that. Something like
Yeah.
that. Too.
Well, that's how I defeated my first major. I'm not going to name the employer, but that's how I defeated my first major employee in a dispute that we had against each other because they didn't do any of the safety protocols, and I was constantly doing illegal shit for them and just doing it because they were paying me. But then when it came down to a fight about it, and I was like, "Hey, bro, it's not working out," and we had a misunderstanding. And I ended up winning against them because they were having me drive forklifts and putting a guy on top of a forklift and like pulling shit off and just doing crazy stuff. And I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to work that huge hydraulic saw with no training where people could get killed.
Kim Jong Un's alive, dude.
Yeah, he's been alive.
Yeah, I said he was a cool guy last week. I was on because I knew.
That's true.
Because I knew.
All right, the fights. That's what I
Yeah,
want to bring
dude.
up. So,
Gaethje and Ferguson
Yeah.
is sick, and then they got Cruz, and Cruz is fighting Henry Cejudo.
I didn't realize how long he hasn't fought until
Uriah Hall's fighting.
Thor posted.
Jacare.
Someone hit me up, dude. I posted about I'm having a son coming in September, so that's freaking cool. But someone hit me up. They're like, dude, I remember when we were training back in the day, and everyone used to say like, your hands and Uriah's hands. They were just saying nice things. But Tony from Allentown hit me up.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, you and Uriah have the best hands I've ever seen. You know what I mean? I'm like, dude, all right,
what's
cool.
What's up with him? What's he up to?
Nothing. He hit me up just to say congratulations and stuff, and I told him like, yo, let's get together and work out or whatever.
Guy's tough as shit.
Oh, dude, that guy's the man. Honestly, I love Tony. He
Yeah.
raps too.
Yeah, he does. Throws bombs too.
But yeah, let me pull up the card. That's why I'm on my phone.
So I was trying to break that down. Tony Ferguson's an animal, but Justin Gaethje is he could really probably beat anybody. I mean, I want to see what happens.
Oh, dude, you can't count Justin Gaethje.
No
as
Do
way.
a
you like this fight
You're
better
an
than
idiot.
Khabib? Do you like this fight better than Khabib?
It's going to be a crazier
No, I
fight.
want the Khabib fight,
I
but
want the
Khabib ducked
fight, yeah.
Tony.
Yeah.
Totally ducked him, and now he's got a dangerous fight against Gaethje.
Very
I mean,
dangerous, yeah. But if anyone could pull it off and not even
Right.
think about it, it's going to be Tony
Tony.
Ferguson.
Yeah.
Because some people will be in their head like whatever. He's just thinking like, I don't think he's thinking, to be honest with you. I think he's just like, okay, open up the door. And I also think it's a weird fight. And not only is it dangerous, but it's weird because there's going to be no people there.
Yeah.
So the whole energy is different.
Yeah.
Just like we were talking about the finishers tournament. When you're doing a match with no one's in the crowd, it's like tough. For me, it's kind of tough to get up for. When you go out there, when you walk out to fight to win, or you come out to the finishers and you're just walking through the crowd and then you take your sweatshirt off and you get on the mat, everyone's like, yeah, let's fucking go.
Yeah, it's
You know
cool.
what I mean? It's completely different
Yeah.
than when no one's there.
Yeah.
And everyone, and like the judges and shit, or it's going to be a different feel. Like it's in Jacksonville, but it might be cold. It just doesn't, like how many maybe you have all the I saw Sonny Parlin and some of the guys we know from Florida Crew. I saw they had an MMA fight already. You saw that? They were
Sonny
dudes.
Parlin?
Yeah, you know him?
Yeah.
They're from Gracie, Tampa,
I know him.
Babalu and all those guys down there.
Yes, yes.
Or not Babalu, Spencer and all them. Well, they had one of those guys had an MMA fight not too long ago, and they were cornering with masks on and shit. So Jacksonville's just like, hey,
yeah,
fights are on.
It's
Fuck
Florida.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, they don't want that shit going down in Pennsylvania.
But yeah, it's going to be weird. So I don't know. Again, that's another thing. Maybe that works to Tony Ferguson's benefit since he's crazy. And,
yeah, I
and
think
even though I
Tony
know
will be
Gaethje's crazy
exactly
too,
the
but
same.
I think, watching Gaethje being like after the fight, being like, I love this shit and everything.
Yeah.
Like I think he's the type of guy. Same with Conor McGregor. Like I feel like they just off the crowd and everything that
Yeah.
like feeds them and makes
Yeah,
them.
Justin Gaethje's
you know what
coming
I mean?
off 3 first-round finishes.
Yeah.
I mean, Tony's another,
But Tony does eat shots. though.
He's upper echelon, but yeah, everyone eats shots as a fight.
Yeah.
It's upper echelon.
But he eats he eats
that
them
doesn't
a
mean that Gaethje can't just leg
Right,
kick him
yeah.
and punch him in his head. Like,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Overhand right. His overhand right's putting people out.
I mean,
son.
how it's.
I mean,
It's exciting.
yeah.
It's exciting because if Tony wins, that Khabib fight's even fucking crazier because
Yeah.
he's gonna get on and be like tiramisu.
It's just gonna
you
eat his soul
motherfucker."
at that point.
Yeah.
Tony it's like David Goggins talked about. He already is in. Khabib does not want. Russia will fight to the death.
Yep.
To
Yeah.
not give him Tony
And
Ferguson.
then I feel like
they're
if-
gonna try
I
everything.
wouldn't be
And then-
surprised if he retires, Khabib, if he don't ever.
He's
come
already
back.
like Connor
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
He's rich. You know that whole
especially
side of the
then.
world over there.
How's he gonna make that weight again though? Too his weight cuts and everything.
Exactly. I don't know. It's weird. I hope It's gonna be a sick fight. I'm trying to pull up the freaking card. I had it.
And then if Gaethje wins, I don't like that Gaethje Khabib.
I mean, I like Gaethje though. You know, I like him. I want Tony to win for sure. But I just, dude, you know how?
I mean, do you think it's gonna be on? Like, do you think Tony plays it smart and takes him to the ground and just absolutely, or do you think he just cuts him up?
I think it's
tired,
I think it's gonna be both. I mean, I think it's gonna be both. I think it's gonna be both. But I mean, you can't just take Gaethje down though. You know what I mean? But I'm sure they have a strategy. If I was Tony Ferguson, I mean, I don't know. If I was Tony Ferguson, I would just try to keep it cool in the beginning rounds and try to see if you could steal some rounds with random takedowns or snap downs or getting in close with elbows and stuff, you know? But Tony Ferguson was kind of alluding to that. He was saying you just keep keep ticking them. Oop, got him. You know, like they weren't ready for that. Like he's throwing punches the whole time. If you watch the fight against Kevin Lee, he was being really cautious. You know, he was being cautious and for Tony Ferguson. He was throwing some elbows.
Yeah, Kevin Lee came out real strong.
Yeah, and he's just like, hey, after I catch him a couple times, round 2, round 3, all of a sudden, you know, he can't put himself back together again.
You guys want the card?
It's like too much. Yeah.
All right, so Ferguson, Gaethje, Cejudo, Cruz. You got Ngannou versus Rosenstruck.
Hold on. Ngannou, Rosenstruck.
Yeah, those two huge.
It's either going to be nothing goes down. And just, you know, or it's going to be a KO
real
fast.
Go out like that.
Yeah.
No,
I think,
but I think Ngannou has been doing nothing but training.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's like living at that institute.
We'll see.
He's not stupid though. He's not going to just run in. No. But that being said, that's only a 3-round fight. Rosenstruck waits till the end. He does wait a lot of times till the end, and then he just unloads, and he just knows he can put you down. You know.
Yeah.
If he can withstand the beginning punches and just cover up and eat shots from Ngannou.
Bryce Mitchell's fighting. I like him.
Yeah.
What do you think about Cruz and Cejudo? I didn't realize Cruz hasn't fought that long till Thor was like last time Cruz fought. Obama was president. Like I was like, damn, he's been out for a while.
It's gonna be tough to beat Henry Cejudo.
After that, it's gonna be tough to beat. Henry Cejudo.
But also too, in this time of training, shit's weird. So,
dude,
you know, shit is weird.
Cejudo's the type of dude that's always in shape. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever. I don't know. When's the last time Dominic Cruz fought?
That's what I'm saying.
He's always talked about never believing in ring rust. Since he started. He's like, I don't believe.
Only way he beats him is by he's got to like move around all over the place. Yeah. I mean, who knows?
It'd be fun if like Cruz started getting the upper hand and seeing like Cruz do his thing. I've always enjoyed watching
his wrestling's good, but doesn't he have horrible
after
knees?
That Marlon Moraes fight? Dude, that guy is Marlon Moraes is. You see that guy looks like the one inch punch man or whatever.
But Marlon Moraes always dies out though.
Well, yeah, he's like that classic explosive style, you know.
They throw any ladies on the card?
Hold on. I got that dude Greg Hardy's on the card. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Cerrone's fighting again.
Yeah, Cerrone Pettis. He's the prelim main event.
Some of his fights are wild, bro. Obviously.
He's in it. He's just like
He's just like he don't give a shit.
They interviewed him about Conor for the first time, and he
did a fight.
He goes, I wasn't there. He goes, I knew Wednesday before Saturday. He goes, Wednesdays I knew I wasn't showing up.
Well, how about in the cage afterwards? He was like, Cerrone was like, man, I'm not quitting. He's like, it was just a fight. Yeah, he's like, got my ass whipped quick that time. He's like, I'll be back. I'll see you guys again.
He just does it again. Yeah.
My buddy texted me and was like,
you guys.
he's like, I can't believe fucking Cerrone's fighting again. He's like, what the fuck? And I go, the reason why you love Cerrone is going to be the reason why you hate Cerrone.
Yeah.
You love him because he'll fight nonstop.
Dude,
but even if he's losing, he's still fighting. He's still fighting.
Good. It's all good.
I love Cerrone.
Yeah, me too.
One of my favorites.
It's not like he doesn't look like Chuck Liddell at the end of his career or anything like that. Like, that's different.
And Pettis is pretty much in the
Chuck
same
Liddell
boat
was
as him.
getting savagely knocked out.
Yeah, I like Pettis too. I like all them guys.
Yeah.
Pettis is one of my favorite.
That
Alexei Olenek
fighting Verdun.
Yeah, that's a crazy fight.
That's a crazy fight.
I hope God please let him go to the ground because Verdun always wants to strike. I don't want to watch
their boxing.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. Those two guys can't box at all.
You guys better fight. How I want you to, Span.
I want to see him try to grapple. I'd love to see him like Verdun mount him and him choke him to sleep.
Yeah,
or something.
that'd be ridiculous. That'd be a big internet situation right there. Carla Esparza's fighting Michelle Waterson. I think Carla Esparza won that one. I don't know.
She got no striking though.
Yeah, but she's a tough wrestler. Submissions. You know what I mean?
Michelle Waterson's grappling looks pretty good as of late. All that being said, I want her to lose because she talked shit on Grace.
Yeah, she kind of talked shit on Grace one time.
What?
Yeah, Grace beat her jiu-jitsu instructor. Grace beat Michelle Waterson's jiu-jitsu like partner. The guy, their coach is named. What is that guy's name?
There's a move that nobody uses except for Thad. It's called a barrage. It's called a barrage. And Thad's a wrestler, which makes no sense. It's like a weird bicep slicer move they call it, and it works a lot in gi because there's a bunch of random shit on yourself that you wouldn't normally have in a real fight. So it works in gi a lot. It's called the Barato Plata, and that's Professor Barata, and then his wife. Grace submitted her like
with a triangle choke.
Yeah, triangled the piece out of her, and that was at the Honored Invitational.
Triangle choke.
Yeah, and
I remember
at
that.
the Honored Invitational, Michelle Waterson was there, and I was like, oh, I'm thinking to myself, all right, Michelle
She'll
Waterson,
love Grace.
She'll love Grace. They're both Asian. She's small. She's gonna love Grace. And then I was like, man, how come she's not even saying hi to Grace or saying what's up? Like at the weigh-ins, I'm like,
Intimidation.
oh, that's right. Her jiu-jitsu coach /
45.
partner is getting choked out by Grace in the finals.
Yeah.
So, and it was funny. That guy, everyone was like, oh man, because he must have a big rep down there. Like, dude, that's Professor Barata, and he's like, everything fine. Give her more press. And then Grace just fucking sliced her up and then put her in a triangle and then bent her arm side.
Crazy.
You could tell she did not want to tap because
Yeah,
it's
that
his
was awesome.
wife. So Michelle Waterson was definitely pissed about that.
Uriah Hall's fighting Jacare Souza. A lot of people counting Uriah out of that one.
Listen,
I
Uriah
love
Hall
Uriah.
Uriah Hall could put him out,
Yeah.
son.
I love Uriah Hall.
He just got to catch him.
Some people talk shit on him. I'm like, dude, I feel like he's been honest with his wins and losses. I heard interviews
really
with
good.
him. I like him.
Dude.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
I just want him to. It's like having a video game character that just you can't figure out.
Uriah's the man,
because
dude.
he's that guy that like, dude, like if he had what everyone thinks. I mean, he's his own guy. He's his own fighter. But if everyone sees the potential in him, man, whew,
Dude, still that fucking KO on the Ultimate Fighter was disgusting.
where's he live at now? He in like Colorado or something? Or
Who?
Uriah Hall.
I don't know.
I forget where he was training out of last time.
I saw him like I was looking at like kung fu dummies online. I was in I go through a phase where I try to buy a kung fu dummy online for cheap and I can never find one. They're like $2,000.
If we get that
Yeah,
paychecks thing from the government,
I
we're
want
buying.
one of those Wing
12
Chun
of them.
dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just punching wood.
Yeah, we should just have 12 of those now.
When
That's
I was
how
a
we run
kid, they had
class.
us doing push-ups on wood.
Yeah.
All that. That's all. That shit is all legit.
Mm-hmm.
That's all like combat jiu-jitsu. That's gonna work for like infighting when you're standing. The Wing Chun dummy, don't shit on those. But they're always like really expensive.
That's
I
a-
saw a video of Uriah like working with this kung fu dude.
Steven
for a minute.
Seagal. It's a big Steven Seagal thing, too. He'd always be
Yeah,
well on
but
that
you
thing.
know.
Seagal's legit.
I love Steve.
No, remember, you ever see that interview where he can't, he's like, what do you think about Jean-Claude Van Damme? He's like,
Yeah.
he's like,
That's a great one.
He can't even say like, oh no, he's good.
Yeah. No, he
crazy.
says, he said something really ridiculous about it, though. I forget exactly how he said it, though. Oh, he's like, what do you think about, they're like, what do you think about Jean-Claude Van Damme? He goes, do you want me to laugh in your face?
Yeah. Crazy.
That's what it was.
Well, I forgot that
He's the only one that
they were
knows.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Like during that time, their movies. That was like a big era of like martial arts.
A lot of people haven't
movies.
seen Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. I'm like, damn, you
I
haven't seen
watched all that
Jean-Claude
shit
Van
growing up. And
Double
Seagal,
Impact.
yeah.
Double Impact Classic, Hard Target,
Damme? Lionheart's the
Yeah,
shit.
Lionheart.
Under Siege was one of my favorite Seagal movies.
Yeah, Under Siege 1
They show
was,
that girl's
was
breasts.
awesome. She comes out of the cake or
Remember the
something.
one
right?
fight?
Yeah,
Remember the
yeah.
one fight in Lionheart was like in an empty pool with some water in
Yeah,
it?
Lionheart's good too. Yeah.
They're like
That guy's
the
just
guy
taking
jumps
him
out of the
around.
water. He's got long hair, so fucking.
Didn't he get hit?
And then he does like spin kicks
That's
too.
when he got hit in the ribs.
The water's all like nuts.
I
I gotta have a
think-
fight in an empty pool, dude.
I loved all that shit. What was that? Mid 80s? Late 80s?
Yeah, late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s.
Casey Ryback. That was his name. Casey Ryback is on that train. That was Under Siege 2. Remember that one?
I don't know if I saw Under Siege 2.
He did a wrist lock at the end. Under Siege 2 is better than Under Siege 1, I think, in my opinion.
Is there titties in it?
I don't remember, but he did.
I don't know. How
He
that
did
weighs
do
out.
at the end. He did a wrist lock, like
Yeah.
on a guy. He did like a wrist lock and like he'd like bust the guy's wrist and then threw him out of a helicopter or something. That was cool. Wait, Uriah Hall versus Jacare. There's somebody else too. I
Bryce
forget.
Mitchell's fighting.
Oh yeah.
Rosa, that's cool. And then there's one more. I turned it.
Charles-
There's
But
two
what's
Canadian
crazy
guys.
is it's 3 fucking cards in 8 days. It's the pay-per-view Saturday, Wednesday's a card, and then
What's
the following
Wednesday's card?
Saturday. Hold on.
Jesus. Yeah, let's hit the cards and then I got to roll out. I got to meet up with some friends. Got to do some, stuff.
Yeah, I'm training at Arsenies today. Me, going to get stretched out.
Arseny.
Maybe a little sauna.
Arseny Grabinov.
Damn, bro, you're sweating through that shit.
I'm sweating like crazy.
It's Smith and Texera is the Wednesday, and then
Anthony Smith.
Then Overeem and Harris is the following Saturday. And is Harris the one whose daughter went missing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Overeem, dude. That guy's insane too. He's another one who gets KO'd,
really
but
long time.
he doesn't look awful.
No.
I mean, he doesn't look as good as he did when he was.
He's a big guy.
Uberim.
He's a big man.
Yeah.
How fun was that when he was just jacked?
I mean, he
on
got
juice.
He got really knocked out by Ngannou.
Oh yeah.
That was really bad.
Just his leg hitting you was like someone just swinging a metal baseball bat at your stomach.
Yeah, for a while he would just Muay Thai knee everyone to death, and then people started not playing that shit. You know what I mean? People were like, "Fuck this! You are not grabbing me by my fucking head." You know what I mean? Figure it out, dude. Don't let guys grab you like that.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait for UFC. That's gonna be sweet. Anybody want to do some training? Hit us up. FinishersMMA.com.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
We're the best. I'm on to some crazy shit right now in the lab.
Yeah, on the East Coast. We're a force to be reckoned with. So
World
we got a lot of
class.
stuff coming up. Also looking to do an underground finisher sub only tournament. We're working on that. We're doing this podcast. I'm doing my own podcast. I'd sit on there. I'm doing YouTube shit. I don't know. I'm just staying busy, but training is number one. And, we want to get back to that, get everybody's mental health back in order. All you guys freaking out, just hit us up, man. We'll work something out. Shopfinishers.com.
Shopfinishers.com.
Yeah, we're doing really good with our
BJJ
website.
Fanatics DVDs and stuff.
We got DVDs. We got all types of stuff going on, so just check us out. Go to the
Finishers
website.
TV.
Finishers TV is free.
Damn, that's free. We kept that free. Nice.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? We made a lot more money keeping it free than we did.
No, people are awesome, man.
Yeah, a lot of people
are
paying
hitting
us.
up.
A lot of
They're just
people.
like, let me buy something.
Yeah, which is really awesome.
Really cool.
So, and you know what? Hey, listen, if you're still scared and you want to stay home or whatever, all means do so. But those of you guys who are,
I think it's looking. I'm excited. It's a good week.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Great
man.
weather.
I think things
On our
are
way
moving.
back.
Great weather.
People are making moves. People making moves on a Monday, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So keep listening to this, and also listen to everything else that we do, and go out and do you. That's all I can say is do you, because we got to protect ourselves. Nobody else is. Now we go, motherfucker. Podcast, whatever number this is. Peace.
I'm